Hopping in here quickly to say welcome to the vlog because I just started the vlog and I didn't do a welcome. So welcome to this vlog. It's like a few days-ish in my life, like 4-ish days. I'm editing it right now and I was like, I didn't do an intro. So welcome to the vlog. My name is Jessie. If you're new here, I do all kinds of lifestyle content. I am expecting my first baby and we're kind of just taking it as it goes these next few weeks. And let me tell you, it's been crazy, but this is already a long vlog, so let's hop into it. Benjamin wants to do the grocery haul today. So
I want to be the center of attention.
yeah, when don't you? You know?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Finn's like, hello. I am actually the center of attention.
So we've got it separated into stores here. Trader Joe's this half, Wegmans that half.
And this is like for Thanksgiving this week, so.
Yes.
So if you want to explain what any of that is.
Yep. Spinach, mushrooms, onions, potatoes, mashed potatoes here. What are we using mushrooms for?
Spaghetti.
Green beans, frozen green beans for green bean casserole.
Mm-hmm. That's like a pork sausage we're going to use for a soup I'm going to make for lunch.
We got some bunch of tomato products here. Sun-dried tomatoes. That's for Tuscan gnocchi. I know that. Cashews.
Spinach dip. That's what they're.
Oh, spin dip. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Maple syrup. We need that for recipes and just for having. Yeah, so this stuff is actually really good. Since I can't have dairy, I'm always on the search for good ice cream, good vegan ice cream. This one in particular, I actually, it's kind of funny. I don't like chocolate ice cream, but I like fudge brownie or chocolate brownie ice cream.
Oregano.
Oregano, yeah. I just left that out. It didn't feel significant enough.
No, you have to show everything.
All right, bunch of chippy stuff here. These are new.
Yeah.
To us, at least. Jessie was trying these. I'm actually excited. That sounds
they look
good to me.
Like a Pringle, almost.
Yeah, right. Pita chips. This will be for spin dip. These are actually pretty good, and they're like minimal ingredients, which normally if you're buying chips or stuff like this, you get a bunch of crap in them. So that's like about as good as it gets. Tortilla chips, just because, right?
Spin dip.
Oh, you're buying those.
Because I won't.
Right, because those are gluten.
Even though those chips are like my favorite thing, but they've been ripping my tongue apart like nobody's business.
Our staple here, if you watch Jessie's hauls, you probably don't need much of an explanation there. New bars, you've probably showed these recently too. The idea was to get these mainly for hospital stay / baby room. And having that for a midnight snack. Okay, that's Trader Joe's. Moving on to Weggies. Lucky Charms. I laughed because I saw Jessie had this on the list with like a smirking emoji. And it's funny because like we literally never have Lucky Charms, but we both
somebody was like talking about it. Yeah,
right.
but
we both grew up like not being allowed to like have sugary cereal, at least not on a regular basis.
I will say though, like I've bought 2 things of cereal that I've
and you haven't eaten
and I haven't eaten them, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, but I'll probably end up eating that. All-purpose baking, gluten-free baking flour. Stuff's always good to have around. I like making stuff with that's not it. With like almond flour and even like homemade oat flour. Like you just grind up oats. But having this around is really nice for, you know, if you find a recipe on Pinterest or whatever, it's easy to.
Well, it's like a 1-to-1 ratio too. I think with like. If you want to make a non-gluten-free thing gluten-free. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In a backwards way.
Tapioca. Why'd you buy this?
Because it was on the list.
Why was it still on the list?
I don't know.
I told you that we had it.
Well, it was on the list, so.
Pretty sure we have like 8 of these now.
Oh, that's
buy
bad.
them every time.
It was on the list still, so I thought we needed it.
What is this? No, yeah, I think I said it out loud and then neither of us actually took it out.
Got it.
It's fine. Bread for me.
I'm a little afraid of those. Butter beans are for this sausage soup. I just don't want them to taste like lima beans because I hate lima beans and they kind of look like them, so I'm a little afraid.
They do look like them. Yeah, what the hell are butter beans?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, so we got those for that. For spin dip.
Artichokes.
Yep. Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Are you guys jellied cranberry sauce or do you like the ones with cranberries in them? Because I definitely like the ones that look like they still have the the pieces of the can on them.
Pumpkin. I want to make some pumpkin bars. So I saw a recipe for sausage and biscuit vegan stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, that sounds good. Love biscuits. I was like, do I want to mess with stuffing like that? Like, what if I don't like it because I just love regular stuffing? So hopefully I like it.
I've heard like really good things about this particular one, so hopefully.
Yeah, either way, I'm excited. Then we got some fake stuff here. Some Beyond sausage, that'll go in that stuffing. And then these Italian Beyond meatballs. This is for the Tuscan gnocchi, which is just so good. Obviously.
The gluten-free gnocchi.
Yep.
Look at what we found.
Look at that.
Last year we tried to make like green bean casserole with like just normal onions. Big mistake.
Yeah, like regular onions, and you like make your own breading
batter.
for them.
Yeah, it did
not
work.
Terrible.
It did not work.
It was a major letdown. Parmesan cheese. This will go in gnocchi. Italian seasoning. This is a request for me to have on my olive oil toast.
I think we need it for recipes too. So
there you go. Milk.
I waited like 5 minutes for someone tall enough to help me get this down. Honestly, short people problems. But then this one is just like I prefer cashew milk because it's creamier. But we needed one that was like not vanilla sweetened for like potatoes and all the stuff we're making for Thanksgiving. So.
And then finally we got some chocolate chips and some bars.
So the plan is like a sausage soup for lunch, vegan Tuscan gnocchi for dinner, and then we also have stuff for spaghetti for dinner. And then basically we're assuming we're gonna be eating our Thanksgiving stuff.
For a couple days.
So, and that is like the stuffing, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, and spinach dip, because these don't seem right. I don't know why they come out so light. I over baked them according to the recipe. We'll see if they cool a little bit better, but I can't even turn them around. Yeah, I guess they're done. They're just really soft. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm actually eating my new favorite breakfast that Ben has been making me. Fun fact about me, if you didn't know, is that safe? I don't know. I hate scrambled eggs. The only way that I'll eat them is if they're over easy. But Ben has been making me breakfast taco, and it's a siete wrap, like an almond flour siete wrap. So it's got some fat in it. And then one scrambled egg with vegan smoked Gouda in it, just like a small little strip. And then some turkey bacon. This is what it looks like. Oh, and then I put a little bit of the cashew, the buffalo sauce that I'm like obsessed with that I put on everything. I put a little bit of that on there too. And it's really good, and it's really filling for just like one taco because the eggs, the turkey bacon obviously, even the wrap is made with almond flour, so there's fat in it versus like a regular tortilla. We left and went on a walk with the dogs. They're sleeping by my feet right now. But we had an Amazon package from our friend Rachel, but she sent us a Haka and then this like milk storage. I bought myself one haka, but we had been told to have two because it's just easier than having to like clean out one, all that stuff, and they're not super expensive. So now I have two, and then the milk storage, so that's great. So Rachel, if you're watching this, thank you. Super excited about that. But today is kind of a busy day. I will say I have a little bit of anxiety. I feel like baby's not moving as much, and they just kind of put this like fear in you to make sure that you're paying attention to how much the baby is moving. I have an anterior placenta, so I think that's what it's called. So I didn't feel movement as much as like some people do, but sure, it's fine. This is, I get like one day a week like this where I'm anxious about baby's movement, and then everything's fine. I need to get some work done today because I didn't get any yesterday done after I went grocery shopping. I was like dead. I was so exhausted. I have a massage today, a prenatal massage at 10:45, so I have to leave in like an hour and a half. So I want to like shower before that, change, and try to get a little bit of work done. Anyway, so I'm gonna finish my taco before it gets cold and get back to work. Friends, happy Thanksgiving. Actually, it's 4:20 on Thanksgiving. We filmed a Q&A today, a pregnancy Q&A, which Cora's looking at me through the window, which we'll see. You guys will see. I'll link it so you can see it. But Ben is actually cooking up some Thanksgiving food. We both aren't really turkey people. And by Ben, I mean truly Ben has done all of this. I haven't done anything. So he made this vegan spinach and artichoke dip. I did cut these potatoes, so look at me go. We're gonna make some mashed potatoes. He's got a stuffing with vegan sausage in there. Oh, we're gonna make some sort of green bean casserole type thing. So right now he's just like playing with the dogs outside. Been a pretty chill day. We went for a ride this morning because the park that we normally go to was closed, so we couldn't take the dogs for a walk. So he's outside literally making the dogs run right now. If you can see it, they're so bored. I'll show you what everything looks like when it's done. Ben's Thanksgiving feast is complete.
I've got green bean casserole, which is currently like boiling. It's so hot. Mashed potatoes, those are pretty normal. By the way, this is vegan.
It's all vegan.
Yeah, all vegan.
And gluten-free.
Correct. So it's kind of cool because we have green bean casserole, we have spinach and artichoke dip, mashers, and then this is actually biscuit and sausage stuffing. So a little different than the normal. And then Jesse's contribution. She opened a can.
Wee! Yeah.
But you gotta have the cranberry sauce.
And then we just have some like pre-made gravy, but
yeah.
Looks good. We don't really like turkey anyway, so.
I know. To me, this is like perfection. I'm
coming at you looking spectacular. It is 7:40. I did not have a good night's sleep last night. I woke up at 2:30. I had like such terrible heartburn, and like I think I've said I'm having like extremely bad, they call it like carpal tunnel in pregnancy. Mine's really bad. It hurts a lot. I got up, I came down here, and I think around 4:30, between 4:30 and 5, I fell back asleep until about 7:15. I got a couple more hours of sleep in, which is good, but I am exhausted. Yesterday I didn't film anything because we didn't really do anything. We got woken up by Finn at 6 a.m. or not Finn, Cora, puking on the carpet, and then we both ended up falling asleep on the couch for like an hour or two yesterday morning. Last night I ended up having some blood pressure issues. Like I felt like I was gonna pass out, and I got like really like out of it, and my blood pressure was really low. It went back up, but I still wasn't feeling well, so we called the L&D place, like labor and delivery. Thankfully we didn't have to go in. I didn't love that they like kind of blew me off. They're like, oh, we only care about high blood pressure. And I was like, well, isn't like 68/50, like not great. Ben freaked out about it, and he doesn't freak out about that kind of stuff. He didn't end up going in, which is fine because that just would have been terrible anyway. I still have energy. Look, I can't even cross my fingers. They're so swollen. They hurt so badly. I think we're gonna try to go for a WALK this morning at some point. Ben's not up yet. He probably won't be up for a little bit. And then we need to do some just like baby stuff. I think we were already like, we need to do some baby stuff this weekend. Then last night, before the doctor called us back, Ben was like, I don't have my hospital bag ready. Like, you know, I think he kind of was like, shit, this could happen at any time. Well, my last clip was telling you that I was going to show you all the things. It's now 3:30. My face is still red from like napping. I got really hot for some reason. We went for a WALK this morning. I think that's going to be my last one that I can do with the dogs for now. It just is getting way too difficult. But I just like wasn't feeling well since I didn't sleep last night. So we came home, we had our last Thanksgiving leftovers. I took a nap for like an hour and a half. And I feel better, but I also don't feel great today. I think it's just like, not a spectacular health day. Ben is outside doing some stuff. I think he's cleaning the car and getting ready to put the car seat in it, which is crazy. He like packed part of his hospital bag this morning. I had made him a list, but I wanted him to pack his own stuff because I don't know what he wants. So we basically have them packed now to the point where like everything else that needs to be put in there will have to be put in when we go. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Ben's supposed to be helping me, but he's MIA per usual. I'm making myself a decaf coffee, and we're supposed to be cleaning up the kitchen a little bit today and trying to figure out, we have a pretty small kitchen. It's not terrible, but it's kind of small, and we already have it at max capacity, so we have to move some stuff around. Like for example, we have all these like mason jars up there and like these beer steins. Neither of us drink beer. We use them for smoothies. But I think like rearranging these two things will be important because we have all this stuff to fit somewhere in this kitchen. There's Ben.
Hello.
I want to clean out the fridge, freezer, and the other thing. Yeah, which is a lot.
So, all day basically.
No, it shouldn't be all day if we're both doing it.
No, I think we're doing it together. It won't be too bad. I mean, it's a lot, but...
Yeah, well, and two, I mean, I cleared out at least those things that are not good anymore.
Yeah.
I also think I'm going to get rid of these things because we just don't use them and they're going to take up space. But I was telling them, I think for the baby stuff, like at least this top part up here doesn't need to have all that stuff, and we can move some of this stuff up.
Yeah.
And then use this for like bottle storage.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna finish making my decaf, which I just realized the only thing I needed from Thrive Market.
Oh.
The only thing I needed from Thrive Market was decaf coffee, and I've totally forgot.
We didn't have, how?
Okay, it's been a couple hours since we checked in. I'm actually gonna eat lunch. We went to Happy and Hale, which is like this What are they? Are they local? I think so.
I think, I'm not entirely sure actually.
It's a like a healthier lunch option. I got I think it's like a chimichurri steak bowl of sorts. So hopefully that's good. As you can see, we didn't make a ton of progress on the baby stuff yet, but we did clean out the fridge and the kitchen. We're gonna put off the pantry for a couple more days just because, quite honestly, it's gonna be a lot of work. But the whole reason we left the house is because we have both been wanting this mixer, this KitchenAid, specifically this like matte green. It matches my nails perfectly. And we have been looking at this for like over a month now, and it was $100 off for Black Friday, but we still just like couldn't justify it because it's just not gonna be something we use every single day. But today I got an email about like Cyber Monday deals, even though it's Sunday. And there was an additional 15% off. Plus I got like 5% off because I have a red card. And then Ben had a $30 gift card. So we just got this KitchenAid mixer for $200 off, which is great. And we had really wanted it, but we just like didn't want to spend a ton of money on something we didn't need, especially right now with baby. We're excited to get that. We felt that was like a sign because we've been watching it, and then to basically get an additional $100 off, we felt was worth it, right Ben?
We sure did.
Yeah.
I'm actually really hungry.
Yeah, so we're gonna eat. He is just doing like a lineup thing right now for football, and then we still have to do some sanitizing, figuring out where stuff goes. The one thing is it's 12:30 now. We actually have somebody coming over from Rover, which is like an online dog sitting thing, to meet the dogs, because I've talked about this before. Really my biggest stressor so far, or still for both of us, is the dogs, because we don't have anybody here that can watch them. We don't know anyone. So with Rover, we know these people have like really good reviews, and like they are like checked out and stuff like that. So we're gonna meet someone today. The biggest problem is like going into labor is so spontaneous, as they call it, unless for some reason I need to be induced, which currently isn't something we're doing. I have no idea when it's gonna happen. So we have to have like a couple people on call. So this is exciting. It feels like we're actually making a step forward by like actually meeting someone today. Well, I'm gonna show you an in-between because I have a sneaking suspicion that we're not gonna finish this today. It's 5:30 though. There's Ben. He's making himself dinner. We have our beautiful KitchenAid out. However, all of its parts need to be washed. So I feel like we did a bunch in here, but because we have to wash and sterilize like everything, it seems dirtier now.
Yeah.
Or messier.
There's a lot of moving pieces.
So we sterilized the breast pump parts. I made, well, Ben helped, but I made this soup.
But it's like sausage dumpling.
Yeah, something like that. We made some extra gluten-free biscuits. Ben's making himself some soup. So we sterilized the breast pump parts and then ran the bottles that we have through, like these are like breastfeeding containers. They're not even bottles. We only have like 4 bottles. We're just drying everything now. But we kind of set this up a little bit. I think this goes in the fridge at some point along with these bottles, but we don't need that yet. So we have these up there. We have some breastfeeding bags and like extra nipples up there. We got our little brush kit. But yeah, so this is like all the stuff that came with the KitchenAid. These just need to be washed out. We're gonna give these to Goodwill. But we did make progress on here. So this is all nice and clean. Yeah. No, it's not, Benjamin. We didn't do the sides.
Oh, balls.
Okay, well, don't look at those. But
the
this
rest
part
of it is much better than it was.
Yeah, we have a lot of so that's good. And then the freezer is pretty organized as well. How did we miss doing these?
Well, because we were gonna come back after it was closed for a bit, and then we
That's annoying.
went to Target and grabbed lunch and started doing this other stuff before dog sitter got here. Which, by the way,
Yeah, we
went
really
well.
liked her. Yeah. So we'll probably use her. They're a little pouty because they were being assholes on their walk. But
yeah, they had an angel and devil moments today where they were just little shits on the walk we were on a little bit ago, but they were like angels
while she was here.
She came to see, like,
yeah.
never has he been so calm
Yeah.
with a visitor before. So that was
good.
felt really
Yeah.
good, just because his like kind of like skittishness and energy level was like our main concern. You know, otherwise they're such good dogs. Just made us feel good. So we're like, okay. And she lives really close and is like willing to do overnight support and stuff like that. So
Yeah, and she's like super flexible with timing too. But anyway, we're supposed to talk to Ben's dad in an hour, or half hour. I guess he is basically
your
my dad too, but he's great.
Because like my parents call
Ben's not good at short stories.
Hey, different story.
He gets it from his dad.
Dad, where are you at? Let's just talk to each other for hours and hours. But speaking of, we're talking to Dad.
You're so annoying.
Sometimes I do this just because I know it annoys her.
No, he just does this naturally.
Yeah, it's true.
Ben got his headphones in, so he's got
I gotta check those out.
new headphones. Yeah, but I would love if we could like set up the KitchenAid and everything tonight. I just truly don't know if that's gonna happen or not. It might just be donezo for the day. But we did a lot. I don't know if any of you are like this. I like things done to completion. Like I struggle when things aren't done to completion. But anyway, so that's I think what I'm struggling with right now is not only is it nothing is done to completion, it's like messy in here.
Yeah.
But we might just not be able to finish it tonight, which is fine.
It'll feel way better when everything's actually kind of like cleaned up and put in its place. Like even this table alone is like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, there's just like random stuff everywhere. Happy Monday. Sorry if you can hear my blinker. I'm driving. I just got done working at the coffee shop actually for the last little bit. Actually, I've been there for like 2 hours. Is this blinker gonna be annoying? I feel like it is. But I got a good amount of work done. I got 2 emails scheduled for my client, and one of them was actually a lot of formatting that I had to do. So it took a while. I made some updates to a blog, wrote some social media posts, did a whole bunch of stuff. So I feel like it was a very productive like hour and a half of my time. I am headed home, but I still have some stuff to do. So if you guys don't know, I've mentioned this earlier in the blog, my last day of work is technically going to be Thursday this week, December 1st. So I'm trying to get everything done by Wednesday so that I can have my meeting with my client and be done. I have 2 more blogs to write for my blogging client and then my other client that I do like all of her stuff for. I'm meeting with her on Thursday to just like make sure everything's wrapped up and everything's in a good place. I'm in a good place right now. I still have some emails I need to write for her, and then I have to put up some, like manually put up some Instagram posts for her tomorrow. And then yeah, but so I don't really have a ton to do. I need to finish the 2 blogs for my other client. Those are high priority. I need to edit this video, and I'm gonna try to do that today. I'm doing well. When it comes to work, I'm almost done. I worked at the coffee shop. That's the last time that I'll work at a coffee shop without having a child in this world. Just meaning that I won't be able to go to the coffee shop as quickly or as easily moving forward. I'm sure I'll still be able to go. Tomorrow I have a baby doctor appointment. My appointments start going every week now. Wednesday, I'm going grocery shopping and chiropractor appointment. So I still have those things to do while I'm working. I think we might go to Costco tomorrow night, Ben and I together, because I think we're going to scratch the idea of making frozen meals because we just don't have the space for them. Like our freezer is just like way too small. So I think what we're actually gonna do is just get like frozen meat, things like that we can like create our own meals, but like very easy meals, versus like trying to make a bunch of frozen meals. I just don't think that's gonna work for us. Plus Ben and I just eat very differently. So yeah, we might do that tomorrow night, but that'll be in the next vlog for sure. So our favorite comedian is Sebastian Maniscalco. He's amazing. He is doing a show in Charlotte that we just found out about on Thursday night, which Charlotte's like 2.5 hours from here. I don't think we're gonna go just because 2.5 hours in the car seems like a long time for my body right now. I'm really struggling with sleep and just with soreness in my legs and my hips and my pelvis and my hands, pretty much everywhere. I don't know, I try not to freak out, especially after the C word pandemic, you know. I try not to worry too much because while I want to be cautious about getting sick and stuff, I can't live my life in fear anymore like we did for good reason, for, you know, whatever. Anyway, like RSV and the flu are really strong this year. And so everybody that's having babies is like really worried about it right now. Plus, like our immune system as a pregnant person is very lowered when you're pregnant, which is why I've caught like the stomach flu twice, I've gotten COVID. Yeah, I'm just like trying not to catch anything. And Ben had a good point that like going to a packed comedy show might not be the best idea. It's still like, well, that just might be putting us in an unnecessary situation. I'm sure there'll be times where he'll be either back in North Carolina, or if we move out of state, he'll be wherever. He's a pretty popular comedian, so he'll have other, you know, times that he's around. But it's sad because it feels like such a good like last hurrah for us to do together, like go see our favorite comedian and like go stay the night in Charlotte, like all that stuff. It sounds so fun, but I just don't think that's gonna work. So, but anyway, that is it for the vlog. Thank you for hanging out with us these last few days or week. It was almost a week, I feel like. I appreciate all of you for sticking around through these last few weeks of my pregnancy as I figure out what the hell I'm doing with my life. Going on 37 weeks pregnant. When you see this video on Wednesday, I will be 37 weeks pregnant. So anyway, I have to figure out where I'm turning. Thank you guys so much for watching my vlog, and I will see you in the next one.